If you see something, make you say something, yeah. If you see something, make you do something, yeah.
Kids on board, alerts, alerts, boys on board, girls on board, alerts, alerts. I am a pride, I am a future, I don't have to cry to leave your culture. I have the power, I can save this nation, but I need protection. Parents who can nurture, do something, listen to the child, do something, focus on the child, do something, listen to the child, do something, focus on the child.
The Alert campaign, also known as Alert Families, was virtually launched on Saturday, October 10, 2020, after a one-year pilot program. It is a 10-year plan program that focuses on child protection and development through family strengthening advocacy. Not only is the Alert campaign charged towards the prevention of the abuse, exploitation, and neglect of children, it also emphasizes child development by fostering an ideal relationship between parents, teachers, and the community, with the mindset and goal that every child deserves to have a safe home and school. In fact, the long-term goal is embossed in the acronym AFRICAN, meaning Alert Families Raise Industrious Children and Nations. The Alert campaign is working to drive the Sustainable Development Goals 4, 5, and 16, zooming in on SDG 16.2, which is to end the abuse, exploitation, and trafficking, and all forms of abuse and torture against children by the year 2030. The following quotes from UNICEF help to put the problem in perspective. In Nigeria, 6 out of every 10 children in the country suffer one or more forms of physical, sexual, or emotional violence before they reach 18. More than 70% experience this violence repeatedly. Mostly, the perpetrators are someone the child knows, and the violence often takes place where the child should be safe, in their homes, in a neighbor's home, at school, and on their way to and coming from school. The vast majority of children never speak out, silenced by fear, shame, stigma, and a lack of knowledge of where to seek help. This is why the primary goal of the Alert campaign is prevention, and so communication with children is extremely key. We are aware that reporting is crucial in the prevention and response to child abuse, while providing the right instructions is inevitable in child development. The central goal here is generating, strengthening, and documenting practical communications between parents and children, teachers and children, then parents and teachers for the welfare of children. Our aim is to detect and eliminate threats against children and rescue them even before any violence against them happens, through community preparedness. However, we plan to sensitize individuals and families on how to respond to any form of violence against children by taking advantage of any quality and proven child protection system or network existing in that area. The Alert campaign works to make people demonstrate love, empathy, and charity when dealing with children. The 3 key elements of the campaign are the Talk Pact, the Stick, and the FROWN challenge. Let us take them one after the other. 1. Talk Pact. To underscore the importance of communication in the quest to end violence against children, the Talk Pact becomes handy. The Talk Pact tool is a central tool to the campaign, especially during community outreaches. When children speak, parents and caregivers need to listen. When they fail to speak, adults need to ask them good questions. They do not need to spank them, they only need to reason with them. Careful administration of this tool helps to detect all forms of child abuse before it happens. It also helps the caregiver to discover better ways to help children develop. Asking questions with an open mind, with a commitment to listen, is a proven pathway to child protection and development. Talk Pact is an acronym where T stands for training. It reminds parents and caregivers to seek training about teaching, parenting, and communicating with children from some provided reliable sources. A stands for asking. Parents and caregivers are expected to ask about children's fears and concerns. They are also expected to be honest with them about their own fears. L stands for listening. Here we encourage teachers and parents to always listen actively to the children. Children deserve to be respected. K stands for knowing. Adults should always learn and know the children they are responsible to, one by one. And then, P stands for practicing. Parents and teachers must practice kindness and become good role models to children. A in PACT also stands for asking, this time to know what they personally feel about how to resolve their concerns and issues. This is to help the children to participate in their learning, protection, and development. C stands for correcting. Parents and teachers are expected to correct the wrong impressions children have. Finally, T stands for teaching, as they must teach children how to make right choices and act accordingly. Teachers, parents, caregivers, and every institution having responsibilities to children are all expected to take positive steps with the children in addressing the identified issues. The Talk Pact, when mastered, will help parents, teachers, and other caregivers form a talk pact with children and help both parties become good social communicators.
If I'm to advise our teachers, I would say they should always be patient with their students and always ready to listen. There should always be a time that students too, they can share whatever they have in mind. Parents should always make their child free. Like they should always make them feel that yes, they're always free to come and talk to them. There are sometimes the parents they always work morning to night, so they will not be able to create time for their children. Parents should always create time for their children.
2. The stick. The stick is a kit that helps children participate in their own protection and development. It contains a set of SMART goal, protection tips, and productivity tools. The alert stick literally or metaphorically replaces any spanking stick, known as spankere or koboko, or other forms of corporal punishment items found in homes. Spankere is a specially processed stick capable of inflicting excruciating pain on the victim with each stroke without breaking. While koboko is another specially made stick named after the black mamba, the most dangerous snake in Africa. The alert stick is also an acronym where S stands for shoe, T stands for timekeeper, I for ink pen, C for calendar, and K for knowledge cards. Let us define them using their order of importance, from the rear. The knowledge cards contain important information about child's rights, protection, and development. The item boosts children's self-esteem and self-confidence. The calendar symbolically reminds the family, especially the child, to set SMART goals and be mindful of the time to achieve them. Children are expected to set long and short-term cognitive, moral, social, and physical development goals from time to time. Its pages also contain useful information and tips necessary for families to stick together for the protection and development of children. The ink pen is to specifically encourage the child to write down their to-do, goals, innovations, concerns, and ideas with the intent of acting on them. The timekeeper alarm clock helps to remind children and families of their set long-term goals and the daily steps they have decided to take in realizing those goals. We encourage families to set the alarm to 7:16 a.m. and 7:16 p.m. daily. They set daily to-dos in the morning and review their efforts together or individually in the evening. The shoe or sneakers is a small item made of wood. It has the child's name stamped on it. It reminds the child to take steps towards set goals daily. Children are meant to be nurtured. They have greatness in them. 3. The FROWN Challenge. The FROWN Challenge is an online activity done to recruit young volunteers called the Alert Guardians. Monthly, participants frown against any form of child violence and also respond to our child safety-based question. The campaign has jurors or judges who decide who the Alert Guardian will be out of the many participants based on their passion and knowledge about the relevant child protection issue. An Alert Guardian is then assigned to the Imagine Alert families and 1010 teacher for that month. The guardian becomes friend to the child's parents and teachers. This way, he or she has updates about the safety and development of the child monthly.
It has been kind of interesting so far. Getting involved with the child, getting to learn more about children has made me even closer to the child, made me closer to our family, kind of, and made me know more and learn more about the child and how I can even work with other children.
They also have responsibilities to monitor, document, evaluate, and report the impact of our outreaches and cases of child abuse in their assigned areas. They become good friend of the child, child's parent, and child's best teacher. The Alert Guardian also acquires and submits data monthly that can be used to monitor the growth and development of the child.
I feel like it's impactful to me, and the child will benefit from it and everybody. And then I believe that with all I get to learn in the process, even if a large family is not going to be involved, like me myself, I'm going to work on other people's children.
So let's tie these three key elements together. The Alert Campaign methodology. The Alert Campaign revolves around the child on the axis of three different concepts. The Alert Families, geared at making home safe for children. The 10-10 Teachers, geared at making schools safe for children. And the Alert Guardian, making the communities safe for children, working with the Child Protection Network and reliable child protection information. The Alert Guardians are volunteers tracked through social media, while Alert Families and 10-10 Teacher are advocacy ideas harnessed in the community. Each concept is implemented monthly. Combining both online and community interventions provide opportunities for replication. In a monthly cycle, the campaign starts with a child. The Alert Campaign outreach team moves into the field by prioritizing communities that are more prone to child abuse based on relevant violence against children surveys or referral from the Alert Guardians or invitation from any other organizations. In each community, the field team carefully selects and trains 10 children. We do this using dance, drama, artwork, and poem, as children love to play. Children are trained on how to be good citizens and also participate in their own protection and development. We carry out a focus group discussion with them. A typical training procedure features the following action items. 1. Discussion on my best teacher and why I love my family. 2. Learning through entertaining activities like dance, drama, songs, and poems. 3. Knowledge sharing on child protection and development. 4. Selection of a child for family visits based on some specific performance during the activities. 5. Selected family training on child protection and development. 6. Trainings on marriage, parental and life skills are carried out using verifiable information as resources. 7. The Talk PACT tool is administered to the parents. And 8. The family also gets a certificate and the alert stick after committing to abandoning corporal punishment in that home. At Rolake's home, for example, the father was invited to relinquish the use of the dreaded pankere. He made the commitment not to replace it after we collected it from him.
Ara àwọn kan tẹ́ bá mi sọ ní ọjọ́ tẹ́ wá bí mo jókòó èmi náà rò ìtò wúlò pọ̀ ńbẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tí ọmọdé bá ṣe kọ́ lèèyàn máa yọ ẹgbàá nígbà míì ó kàn ní kéèyàn pọ̀ ọmọ kó jókòó kó ẹ̀kọ́ lè jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó ṣe yìí o má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o nítorí ẹ̀ mo rí oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀kọ́ kọ́ láti gbà yẹn.
When he learned the correct way to work with children and help them in their development, he was willing to let go and to surrender the cane and to embrace love and care for the child. And I just see, to me, that emphasizes that we can achieve a lot. One parent at a time, one family at a time, one teacher at a time, one school, one child at a time. It will make huge impact, and that will ripple down.
Kéèyàn kọ́ lọ máa tàn wọ́n bọ̀ wọ́n dín nítorí ẹ̀ ni wọ́n jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ mi jíṣẹ́ káàkiri nítorí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe máa ń try láti ní GoTV ilé kan ṣáà máa wà indoor nítorí ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ipa tí mò ń kó lórí àwọn ọmọ mi nìyẹn.
My best teacher is Uncle Mark. I like him because anything I don't know, he will explain it for me. And if I need help, he will help me.
The family became one of our alert families. We proceeded to meet with Rolake's best teacher at Leland Schools in Lagos. We were able to foster a good relationship between Rolake's parents and her best teacher to ensure Rolake's welfare. His case was used to set an example for other teachers. The Alert Campaign team also trained the teachers in Rolake's school on the prevention of child abuse. The Talk PACT was also administered to help them improve their communication skills with children. A certificate was presented to Rolake's best teacher, and the school was presented an award for their contribution to child safety and development.
The child that mentioned Mark Madako as her best teacher, we agree with her
I feel very elated to have been mentioned by that child. I'm just doing what I'm doing without knowing that somebody is taking cognizance of it as such. Now, the onus is on me to do better than what I've been doing before. Having known that these little things I'm doing, they are being counted.
We prepare them to become something, to become future leaders of this country. And we equally feel that that is a way to contribute in an only two way towards the development of education in this state at nursery, primary and secondary level.
1010 teachers are teachers who have been identified and trained through our intervention to a child. Also, an alert guardian was assigned on Rolake's case in ensuring that her best teacher and her parents work seamlessly towards Rolake's protection and development. So, the alert campaign starts in the community and ends in a school. It starts with a child and ends with a monthly documentary that is meant to be shared with people, especially via social media. Though a family and teacher have been visited, thousands will have opportunity to learn from their story. We project that an alert family story shared will change behavior positively in about 10,000 individuals in the long run. This is the beauty of this campaign. According to UNICEF, in Nigeria, about 10.5 million children are not in school, even though primary education is officially free and compulsory. The Alert campaign has planned to report or take action on every case of abuse and out-of-school children we come across in the course of this project. In the campaign, whenever we mention the future, we mean children. Children can better achieve cognitive, moral, physical, and social development when they feel loved and safe. The Alert campaign proper, Phase 1, kicks off in January 1, 2021 in Lagos State, Nigeria, standing on its existing UNICEF-supported integrated child protection system. We intend to gradually spread our tentacles across Africa.
Rounding up, I would re-echo the need to strengthen ongoing interventions. Alert families have every component of it together. What is needed is for us to join hands together, bring other stakeholders on board, the areas that they may not be able to handle, ensure that they are linking up with others that have comparative advantage for addressing those components. And before you know it, this will become like a global movement.
So personally, I think the effort, the concept, the plan, the attitude, the diligence of the team so far is very encouraging. It is timely, and I'm just convinced that the people behind it all have just allowed God to use them, because what I can see is nothing but God's own program to ensure that children are well taken care of.
Phase 2 will target government involvement, focusing on policies that affect children. The Alert campaign is an African project. Thank you for your time.
Do something